It is really good, but you're like a little up after it.
Yeah. Hey, it's Dan.
And Chloe.
And Austin.
And we're from Winona Fighter. And you're listening to Forever Loud.
Thanks so much for joining us today. I hope you've enjoyed the slam dunk experience so far today.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course. And yeah, how's it being over in the UK? Is it your first time here?
Yeah, this is our first time here as a band, and it's been, crazy. Every night it's just this surreal feeling of not only, oh my gosh, we have all these amazing fans coming and singing the songs, but the fact that we can be over here in the first place, even if we sold 10, 20 tickets a night, it's I think we're very fortunate and lucky we get to do it.
And you've played a wicked show with the Used, rumor has it. So tell us a little bit about that.
Man, it was very surreal. Again, that was a band I think that a lot of us had listened to for a lot of years and were kind of inspirational. So it was very odd to be sharing the stage with them, but really great crowd, and they started to come around and kind of get into the set, which was really cool to see.
I think we won over a few people, but it was, everyone who was in there was planted for the Used. Yeah. So I understand no one was leaving to come say hi to little old us. Yeah.
But as long as you still had a good time and, you've been enjoying the UK, I don't know, have there been any culture shocks so far? Because obviously US, UK, the same, but also very different.
Yeah. I would say, for me personally, just how the shows are. I think there's a different approach over here to fandom and being a fan of a band. And it's more over here, it's more like we know every word and we're going to show you that we know these songs and we're going to go crazy for you. Where in the US, we notice there is people will dress up in chef's outfits because our album's called My Apologies to the Chef and things like that. So I would say the difference in how you show that you're a fan.
Yeah, no, I think that every single song, every single night has been sung at the, every word, to your point, at the top of their lungs, which is, I think, taken us aback in a really cool way and been something very new for us to experience. So, yeah, it's, I think if that's a culture shock, I'm in on culture shocks.
That sounds like a good culture shock to have for sure, soaking it all up like a sponge. And I guess for you guys it's also great to see people, getting involved with the new album that you just dropped. You just mentioned the title and people basically dressing appropriately in the States. What is the story behind the title? Where did that come from?
It started as something we would say in recording. So I recorded the drums on the record, and if I would mess something up, I would get really frustrated. And I started just saying my apologies to the chef. And then we just kind of started saying it in normal life. And then when you kind of break it down, I thought about myself as an artist and a musician. And I thought about, growing up always being the kid who was oh, I want to be in a punk band and that's all I want to do. And my parents who built a life from nothing for their kids. And it was probably such a shock. So I would say My Apologies to the Chef is my apologies to my parents and our parents of we have this crazy dream and we're gonna do whatever it takes to do it. But we're very lucky. We have such supportive folks. But yeah, I think the initial shock of that. So yeah, they're the chefs and we're
apologizing for not quite getting the recipe quite right.
Yeah.
How's it been writing the album in comparison to before, singles, EPs? Was it different, the process?
Writing the album? I think we've just been writing for a while, and we kind of had a compilation of songs that we thought would fit well, and so we maybe had 20 songs to choose from and narrowed it down. And we didn't really think about it as we were going to write to make the record. So this is going to be this song on the record or whatever. I think we're writing to make a lot of music, and then we chose from songs to put on the record. So.
And I have to ask, is there a secret conspiracy to get Winona Ryder involved?
I don't think that's secret at all.
Is it a very obvious plan A?
Yeah,
this is the goal. Is that where the band name came from? Just to attract Winona closer into your circle?
No, although could be.
Yeah. No, we were just throwing things at the wall, and I just was one evening, maybe, sitting on the couch with 2-3 glasses of wine, maybe, and just threw it out there. And Chloe was like, "No, that's not. I don't think that's cool." And then the next morning, I think we were like out on a hike, and we were talking about it, and I think you drew it out, and you were like, "Actually, that actually is cool." So. Yeah.
So it could have really been any name after like that drunken night with red wine. If you had to pick a new band name today, what would it be?
The master over here.
Yeah, he's got a whole list.
Oh, let's hear it. Let's hear a few.
Are you familiar with Manny Pacquiao? He's like a MMA fighter.
No.
Anyways, Fanny Pacquiao. Fanny Pacquiao. Well, I guess that's maybe an American reference too, because Fanny Pack. Is Fanny something different for you guys?
Fanny Pack.
Yeah, Fanny Pack.
Fanny Pack.
So there's a boxer named Manny Pacquiao, Fanny Pacquiao.
You've also got Beijing beef,
Beijing beef, a great dish.
nosedive,
Nose ride.
nose ride.
Nose ride.
Large adult son.
Yeah, trying to get my list out. Large adult son's another one.
Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. You seem to be quite good with your descriptors, so let's build on that. If you had to describe each other as any cocktail or soda drink, what would it be? Let's hear it.
If I had to describe all of us as one thing,
Well, I feel like I know you guys' favorite cocktails.
Yeah.
right? But if
So-
I had to describe the band,
Oh.
I would say Long Island iced tea.
Is the band.
Okay.
As in like ultimate destruction, but looks really innocent and sweet.
Yeah. Like it sounds really good.
I like that.
And it is really good, but you're like a little fucked up after it.
Yeah, I like that quite a bit.
Would you also say that's a good description of your live shows then?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like with an extra floater of tequila on top.
Yeah.
Or like a painkiller. Like one of those giant from New Orleans, like one of those big
Yeah.
giant ones. Yeah.
Amazing, absolute chaos. And what would you say in terms of who's the organized person? Who's the airport dad in the band? Always organized, always on time on travel days.
I don't know. Probably yeah. Chloe's the dad for sure.
Yeah, I've
100%.
got everything on lock, and we recently hired a tour manager, but even then, like Dan's flight over here got canceled, and our tour manager was like, "I've got it handled," but I'm still texting him the whole time. I'm like, "Here's the plan. If you can't do this, do this. If you can't do that, do
Love
that."
that. Taking initiative. Someone has to do it, you know?
It's like 3:00 in the morning. Chloe's up like, okay, here's what you need to do.
Amazing. One last final question. If you had a main character moment, open the double winged doors, you enter the room, what's your entrance theme that's playing?
Oh, me personally, or as the band?
You personally.
Oh, if I'm walking in the door, it's Panama by Van Halen. Every time.
Okay.
If I'm walking into the door in the UK, it would be London Bridge by Fergie.
Yeah, come on.
Ooh,
For me, we covered it today, but for me, it would be "Sabotage" by the Beastie Boys.
amazing. Love the variation. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank
Appreciate
you.
it. And hope you have a great rest of your slam dunk weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.